Hey, what's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. I really appreciate you guys tuning into today's episode. Now this wicked color blue car that you see here is actually a 2022 BMW M3 competition. Now what makes this car so special is this is actually the only BMW M3 competition in this color and spec as of right now. So that is pretty cool to have the only one in existence. I was really excited for a really good customer of mine that picked this car up. Hey, what's up everyone? So that was just a quick intro recap from our previous part 1 episode. This is now the start of part 2. So just brought the vehicle in right after we washed it, just continuing into the process, air drying it, blowing out all the cracks and crevices. And then now what you're going to see is the start of part 2, the paint correction and ceramic coating process. Okay, so right here we have our Rupes 21mm throw Mark II. So what we're going to do is we will put about 4 pea-sized dots on this pad. This pad's already been seasoned, you can see here. So in this particular case, we're going to use our 3D. This is like a finish and a little bit of cut all in one. So it's going to work this paint job really nicely because we just want to cut down some of these little defects that you guys saw here and then really glossify the paint job because there is a slight haze. It takes a really trained eye to understand what I'm talking about. If you were here, I could show you in person. But basically, we're going to work this section of the hood and get those defects out. So this is exactly what it looks like. Okay, so we're actually going to continue this same process you saw. We're going to put 4 pea-sized dots on our Rupes polisher of the finishing polish, and we will go over a decent sized panel. You don't have to do a 2x2 when we're working into doing a mowing down polishing technique. So let's go ahead and take this 500 GSM towel and wipe off the finishing polish. So you guys can see the real beautiful clarity and depth that we get out of this. And basically, this is like the last cleaning stage of the, basically decontaminating the surface to make it perfect to apply a coating to. The only other stage is, of course, the coating prep wipe down. Okay, so we got the M3 competition all polished out. It looks absolutely beautiful, and I've already done the whole car with our surface prep, but we use our Ceramic Pro cleaner or this newer surface prep product that we've been trying out. It's been working really, really well. We simply wipe this entire car down with a surface prep. This ensures it removes all of the waxes, oils, residue, etc. out of the clear coat and makes it absolutely bare and ready to go to coat. This is very, very essential, and a lot of times one of the key reasons why a car has a premature coating failure is somebody didn't want to spend the money on the surface prep to wipe it down, and they use just, like a mixed alcohol, maybe 10-to-1 or 4-to-1. That's really not enough to prep a surface for ceramic coating. So this is okay. Now that the BMW is all paint corrected, we got our Ceramic Pro 9H here. This thing is all prepped and ready to go. And it feels like it's 2 degrees down here. It's actually only 50 degrees, and we have 40% humidity, so pretty good conditions humidity-wise. No need for us to turn on the dehumidifier just yet. If it gets climbing towards 45 plus, we will start turning it on. So we just apply it to each panel. We'll go ahead and draw out a box here around all the edges. And then we will fill that in. So just go over each panel, do that crosshatch pattern once you draw out the box, just to fill it all in real nice. So let's go ahead and level this 9H off. It does take some pressure because it's tacky. And I'll bring you guys in off the stool up there and show you what the paint will look like. And then when we do that final layer with the Ceramic Pro top coat, it's going to pop like crazy. The top coat itself will make this thing pop like crazy. But the 9H2, this is all the strength of the coating, is all the layers of 9H. So we're going to complete the same process around the entire vehicle. So we will apply panel by panel, just like you saw here on the hood. We're going to apply it, draw out our box, fill it in, let it dwell for a minute, and then we will level it off with those two towels. So that is the complete coating process of applying 9H. It would be hours of film trying to do all 4 layers. So I'm going to go ahead and continue on this BMW. You can see the PPF is starting to dry out completely now. I'm going to continue the rest of the 9H on this vehicle. So we're going to get the 1 layer done. By that time, we will come back to the hood. It will be about a full hour. We'll come back, start on the hood again, do all the layers. You'll see the second layer on our Instagram. And then once all 4 layers are complete, we will allow it to dry out overnight. Like I said, do the top coat. So stay tuned for the continuation of the rest of the process. Next step is most likely going to be the glass coating that you'll see. All right, so we are ready to apply our Ceramic Pro top coat. So all 4 layers of 9H have been applied, cured, and now we are ready to start coating. So I already did the hood, and we're doing some stuff for Instagram too, obviously, but this product right here can actually spread a little further. So we're gonna go on this door here into the fender. We have about 9 dots of the top coat, and then I will obviously drip more if needed than hundreds of cars. So just apply, same thing, draw out our box, and then we fill this panel in. So this is going to be super slick, pretty easy to wipe off. Nothing too crazy like the 9H. Get in behind this door handle, into the door cut. All along this trim, and onto this side skirt. So I'm going to grab a little bit more product here on the bench. About 3 drops. We got it here. And we'll apply it to this fender. This has a longer flash time, so we can work on multiple panels at a time, which makes it nice. Not so long and drawn out. Door here, we have both of our towels. This door's had enough time to flash, so we'll level this off. It's super, super slick. So I can't wait to show you guys this thing outside. I'm gonna probably move it over to this cul-de-sac in our neighborhood and take some photos of it. Some really nice ones, and do a nice walk around. This is a really good customer of mine, so we want to make sure we get a bunch of stuff for him to check out. Alright, so level all this off, making sure we get all the coating off of this paint, especially in here. This is really tricky, this gloss black trim. You can get a high spot pretty fast. especially around this little emblem in here. And normally I do have lights shining right here too. These lights do an amazing job. But since we're filming it, it gives off a ton of glare. So I don't like to do that. And this car is a light enough car that I can see everything, you know, differently, other than like a navy blue or gloss black. I really need those lights to examine certain corners and edges to make sure we don't get any high spots. But it's very, very rare. We've never let a car leave here with a high spot or anything like that. We'll pull it out and do a sun check. So you can see we did the hood already. And then of course the fender and this door looks ridiculous. Even with all the 9H, we did top coat on the glasses. You saw the 9H on the carbon fiber. I mean, it's a show quality finish. That is why we go through all of these processes of decontamination, the paint correction. This one wasn't even a serious correction. It was more to really make the paint pop. And then, you know, the way we prep everything, how we apply the coatings, it all comes together to finish off this vehicle beautifully. I mean, look at that beautiful shine. This is 10 times better than, you know, it being in the showroom from BMW, brand new, being transported. It looks ridiculous. So very happy with the finish of our coating products. So we're going to go ahead and continue the Ceramic Pro top coat on the rest of the vehicle, and then we have our quick jacks here. We have multiple sets actually. We're going to lift this thing up, get the wheels off, coat the wheels, the calipers, the inner fender wells up here. They are plastic, so that way it's all dialed in, and then we just have to ceramic coat the interior. So making really good progress. Stay tuned for the rest of the coatings. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and coat these beautiful satin gold M calipers, and then we will change products with a bigger pad and put it in the inner fender wells. We're going to actually grab a Q-tip too and get down into these little deeper ridges. This will protect this and make it way easier to clean, and it's a really, really sick finish, very unique. So it just gives it a nice, rich, even though it is more of a satin paint, you can see that beautiful sheen right here. Looks really, really clean. Get all into here. And I'm actually going to not level these. I like to put a thick layer of coating on there and allow it to kind of self-level in a way. So that way it's really strong, because these won't dust super bad because they are carbon ceramic, but there is a lot of stuff that goes down, especially with a lot of hard braking. So let's go ahead and continue coating the rest of the calipers with our wheel and caliper coating, and then we will coat these inner fender wells with some Ceramic Pro plastic. See how it's going on, really beautiful. And then we'll level this off, give it really nice hydrophobic properties, help it repel a lot of the dirt and grime and water and stuff that will hit it. Just make it way easier to maintain. These inner fender well plastics are kind of cheap, so they do take a very, very big beating and get faded pretty fast. You can see, I just wanted to show a little area that we haven't coated yet, how much different it is. Now, it's not going to be this high gloss at all times. We are going to level it. We'll go back to satin, but you can kind of get the idea here. So we're going to go ahead and we already coated the other side, so we're going to finish coating this, level it off, and then put these wheels back on, let it down, torque them to factory spec, and we need to do those rear wheels. All right, everyone, that is the end of part 2 of the BMW M3 competition series. So if you guys have not seen the other parts just yet, make sure you hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed today's video. Ring the notifications bell. That way you can stay up to date on when we post a new video, and you can check out the part 1 or part 3 if you haven't seen either of those yet in our video category or latest upload. So we look forward to seeing you guys on the next episode. I just did a quick little walk around. There's a couple clips from our part 1 that are in here. This is one of them. When we finished up the actual coating package and brought it outside, you can see it looks insane. So if you guys are interested in actually getting your vehicle done, we're in Southern California, and if you're able to transport, all of our contact information is down below, and you can check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and our website.